guys, and welcome to Casting Memories Part 2. The first episode you saw was at Barston, feeder fishing. This episode is going to be talking to you about Dropshot fishing. I'm here on the Grand Union Canal, just near Stockton, and I'm going to hopefully catch some perch and maybe zander as well. I've got my 8-foot Dropshot rod. It's a Corum snapper. It's got a really flexible tip. I don't know whether you can see that. Really flexible tip. It's been quite cold over the past few nights. Again, another frost last night. Scraping the car yet again. So I've scaled down. I'm using a 4-pound fluorocarbon with a size 10 hook. And usually with Dropshot fishing, people use massive hooks. I mean, I've actually watched a few YouTube videos now of people using smaller hooks, and I've put that into practice and seem to have done really well on that. So I've gone with a smaller hook, like I said, and then I've tied an Albright knot to my main line, which is 8-pound Berkeley Nanofill. Really nice and supple, and knot strength is excellent. Excuse the shotgun in the background. Down to that, I've got a small Dropshot weight of 4 grams, which is more than ample for fishing the canal. And I'll be using a small Agi. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to trim it down even further, which I'll show you now. To about that. So tiny little lure, and hopefully we can pick up a few bites on that. I'll just hook it on and show you how the rig works. Just like so. So that's what I'll be using. So that will sit in, and I will gently twitch my rod, and you can see it moving already. And hopefully we'll pick up a few fish on that. So let's get started. Places to look for when drop shotting on canals are bridges, and this bridge here is absolutely ideal. All we're going to do now is just drop this into position, and hopefully we can pick up a few fish. It's important to give it some time in the swim, especially when it's been really cold. I usually give it about 20 to 30 seconds. Let's move on. You can see the way I'm not jigging it as such. I'm just giving it little tweaks, which I think is really important when finesse drop shot fishing anyway. What I'm going to do now is just move away from the wall. So I've worked that wall searching for fish, and I can't seem to locate any fish at the minute. Yeah, that's a bite. Just had a little bite there, just away from the wall. It's not always a big wrap round when drop shot fishing. You'll feel plucks, like little nibbles. Again, not pulling the rod up and down sharply, only small little twitches. And if you notice, I'm not throwing it in, I'm just lowering it in gently. I know there's fish here because I've just had a small bite earlier on. So if I can't pick up a fish, I'll actually change the lure or the colour. Let's try again just down here. Yeah, there we are. Here we go. Excellent. So it's a little perch. It's only a tiny little perch, but good result on a cold day. Immaculate little fish. I mean, if you can get a few of these, I mean, I've just come down after work, you know, for the last sort of hour of light. If you can catch a few of these on your local canal, it's brilliant sport. They're slipping back. Right, so that was caught on the trimmed down adgy, and I'm sure if I'd have put the whole one on, which a lot of people do, I don't think I'd have caught that fish. So, excellent bit of work, if I don't say so myself. Let's try and get another one. Right, so what I've found here, under this bridge is actually an area of water which is deeper, and I've found that roughly from about here to about here, this section here is deeper. It sort of shallows up on a small shelf either side, so this for me on a winter's day is an ideal place to find predators and bait fish as well. Tapping the end of your rod causes the rod to vibrate. All this vibration is transmitted through your rod, down through your line and down to your lure. It's a fantastic way of adding more movement to your lure. Yeah, there you go. Just lost one. Seemed like a better fish as well though. So I'm casting to the far bank now. Now I've worked this side of the bank, I'm actually casting it over to the far side, where I think the fish may have backed off to after I caught that last fish. After any lost fish, always check your lure. See if it's not hindering the point of the hook at all. That seems fine. Let's get it back out. When you first cast in, drop shotting, quite often it's always good to leave it just for a second, because what will happen, perch will follow it down as it hits the water, especially in the summer months. There's another little knot then. So keep a tight line to it as it sinks. And leave it for a few seconds. And then just a gentle twitch back. Make sure you're keeping a tight line to it though, so you can feel any resistance or any little nibbles you get. Right, so after a couple of missed bites, I'm going to change my lure. So I'm going to take this pink hadgy off. They're actually the lures I tend to favour the most. I usually stick to bright colours such as whites, pinks, we've got an orange and obviously a chartreuse as well. So I'm going to put a little white one on. This is a little grass minnow, a little white grass minnow. So we'll give that a shot. Right, so I've just changed over to a little white grass minnow. Now, as with the hadgy, I've cut this down again. All I've done is just took the head off the grass minnow to basically make it a smaller lure. Right, so I've had roughly about 5 minutes with this small fish imitation, and now I know there's fish in the swim. I'm not going to hang about and try and nick one on this. It's probably the wrong choice, to be honest. As they were taking worm imitations, I should have stuck with that. So let's put this back and put a different one on. Well, I've just moved down the canal in a desperate bid really to try and catch another fish before the light fades. Hopefully we could have another one. If not, just the one fish for today. But it's not bad, I suppose, in 45 minutes, an hour's worth of fishing on a cold day anyway. So hopefully I'll be back with a result. Again, on this bit of canal, I'm just targeting sort of features along this wall, and there's a bit of broken wall here. So I'm working my way up to that with my little pink hadgy I've got back on now. Just gently flicking and lifting it. It actually comes up a tiny bit shallower here. I'm really starting to rue those missed bites under the bridge now. That's the end of my session. It's been quite a tough day. I've managed one fish. I've had a few bites. I expected a little bit more, to be honest with you. It's nice to catch a fish though, I suppose. Lovely little perch. I've been out here for about an hour and a half now. I did stay a little bit longer. As the light's starting to fade, that's meant to be the best time for predators, and I've seemed to have done well in the past. So hopefully I'll be doing a few more of these drop shotting videos for you to watch, and many other videos as well. So if you like my videos, please like them, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon.